Okay, guys. So, what is this discounting? Why are we using this discounting, guys? Listen here carefully. In management accounting, there are certain areas where we have to use the present value of the cash flows. As an example, let's take guys. Let's assume, guys, you are going to get 10,000 US dollars, 10,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. Another 5 years time. But guys, the problem is when you take this 10,000 US dollars in today's value term, you can't think the value of this 10,000 is 10,000. The value of the 10,000, what I'm telling is, yes, it is less than that. Let me explain this particular present value or this concept using an example, guys, which I have used this example for my previous chapters as well. Let's assume 1 kilo of sugar. 1 kilo of sugar in year 2015. You might have paid 50 rupees to purchase this 1 kilo of sugar. Today, in year 2020, to purchase same 1 kilo of sugar, you will pay 100 rupees. You will pay 100 rupees. Why are you paying this 100 rupees in year 2020, guys? Because the value of the money has been decreased. The value of the money has been decreased. Those days in year 2015, those days you purchase certain commodity, or here you purchase 1 kilo of sugar by paying only 50 rupees. Now today, by paying only 50 rupees, you can't purchase 1 kilo of sugar. The reason is the value of the money has been decreased. Using that 50 rupees, by giving that 50 rupees, you can't purchase 1 kilo because the value is not enough to purchase that 1 kilo. Then to purchase that 1 kilo, today how much you have to give? You have to give 100 rupees. This is happening because of what, guys? The prices, it is increasing because of what, guys? We learned this one because of the inflation. Because of the inflation. Because of the inflation, what will happen, guys? Normally, the prices will increase. The products prices will increase. Why your prices are increasing, guys? That's because the value of the money, it is decreasing. Value that you have placed on money or in a rupee, it's decreasing. Now here, in year 2015, you have to give only 51 rupee coins. If let's assume you are giving 1 rupee coins to purchase this 1 kilo of sugar, to purchase that 1 kilo of sugar in year 2015, you have to give only 50 coins. Now, if you have that 50 coins now, that is not enough to purchase 1 kilo of sugar. Why is that? Each and every coins, the value has been decreased. You have to give 2 times of that one what you had already in 2015. This concept is you have to apply in management accounting also when you are doing certain calculations. Because now here I took an example, guys. The example what I said to you, yes, dude, yes, you will get 10,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. But guys, in today's term, the value of the 10,000 US dollars, it is not 10,000. It is something less than that. If you have 10,000 now, the value of the 10,000 is 10,000. But since here you are getting 10,000 after some number of years, it is not equal to 10,000. It is something less than that. I would say like having 8,000 today. Having 8,000 today is equal to having 10,000 in another 5 years time. If you have 8,000 today, guys, you should be able to purchase something. Likewise, you can purchase that same product in another 5 years time by paying 10,000 rupees. The example that I took for sugar also saying, guys, if you have 100 rupees today, you can purchase 1 kilo of sugar. But in another 5 years time to purchase the same product, to purchase 1 kilo of sugar, 100 rupees is not enough. In another 5 years time, you might need 150. Then look at this case, to purchase same product, today you have to pay only 100. Present value is only 100. To purchase same commodity, in future you have to pay 150. guys, in this one also it is same. Here this 10,000 you will get in another 5 years time. But guys, I would say, okay, having 8,000 today, by using 8,000, if you can purchase a product, in another 5 years time to purchase the same product, you should have $10,000. Then by looking at this concept, you tell me guys, I am going to write certain things. A, option A or scenario A, one person is telling they getting 10,000 in another 5 years time. Another person is telling no, getting 10,000 in another 3 years time is good. Another person is telling no, getting 10,000 today is good. Today is good. Now you are given me three options. One person is telling you, okay, one option I can give you, I will give you 10,000 in another 5 years. Another person is telling I will give you 10,000 in another 3 years time. Another person is telling I will give you 10,000 today. Out of these three options, you will select which option next. Out of these three options, you will select which option. Tell me guys, using the chat box. You will select option 3 or you will select option C. The reason is guys, if you take this 10,000 today, the value of the 10,000 is 10,000. Let's assume today using 10,000 US dollars, you can let's assume guys using 10,000 US dollars you can purchase a Toyota car. Okay, let's assume it as Aqua, whatever it is. You can purchase this Aqua car using $10,000. Okay, in another 5 years time, yes, true, still you will get the $10,000. But you might not be able to purchase the same car because the car price might have increased. Why car price increases? Because of the inflation. Why your prices increases, the value of the money decreases. Then to purchase the same car in future, by using this $10,000, you will not be able to purchase. You might have to pay a higher amount. That is, guys, the fundamental concept of this particular chapter. When we are doing a calculation, what they are telling is, guys, we have to always discount it. We have to discount our cash flows. We have to see, okay, today's value term, how much worth is that cash flow? To find that one, guys, in today's value term, how much worth is a cash flow? We will be using the formula that we have learned in the previous chapter. I said you guys the most important formula. Using that formula, guys, you can calculate the closing balance or you can calculate the bank balances under compound interest method. Similarly, guys, using that formula, you can find the present values of the cash flows as well. 1 plus r to the power n. 1 plus r to the power n. Using this formula, guys, you can find the today's values of the cash flow. As an example, I am telling you, okay, previous example, a person is going to get 10,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. What is the today's value of that 10,000? Then, guys, future value is given. Future value is how much, guys? In future, you will get 10,000 US dollars. But you don't know what is the present value is. You don't know what's the value of this 10,000 today. It is not 10,000. You can't think like, okay, it is 10,000. It's wrong. It is something less than that. Then how to find it, guys? 1 plus r. Let's assume for the r, guys, we can use our inflation rate. Normally for this r, keep in your mind, everyone is carefully, we have to use something called cost of capital. For this r. Okay. Normally the cost of capital is calculated using two things. One is the interest rate, other one is the inflation rate. But for your level, guys, you all are not required to learn about this interest rate separately, inflation rate separately, cost of capital separately. For your level, management accounting, guys, you all are not required to learn about this. When it's come to the third stage of your particular qualification, for CMA students, when you come to the managerial level, for ACC students, when you come to the skills 2, you will learn what is that cost of capital, inflation, and the interest, how to use these things and get the rates. You will learn. But for the time being, listen up carefully. For the time being, what you have to keep in your mind, guys, if they have given any rate, if If they are given any rate, guys, any rate, if they are given, use that rate and do the calculation. Do not bother whether it is interest, do not bother whether it is inflation, do not bother whether it is cost of capital. These three are three different things. You will learn what are these things later. But for your level guys, you just keep in your mind by mentioning these names. If they are given any rate, using that rate, finish off the calculation. Okay. Now I am telling for this particular question, the rate or the inflation rate is 10%. The inflation rate is 10%. Okay, 0.1. Now here I am getting this $10,000 after how many years, guys? After 5 years. I want to find the today's value of that 10,000, 10 to the power 5. Then your present value is equal to how much, guys? 10,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. 1.1 to the power 5. Can anyone help me to get the answer? 10,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. How much is that? 6,209. 6,209. Percent value is 6,209. People, you should understand what is the meaning of this 6,209. What is the meaning, guys? Having 6,000 rupees today is equal to having 10,000 in another 5 years time. Having 6,000 today, it is equal to having 10,000 in another 5 years time. Using 6,000, if you purchase a certain commodity, in another 5 years time to purchase same time thing, you should have 10,000 US dollars. 6,000 will not be enough in future. It will be 6,000 rupees, so $6,000 will not be enough in future to purchase that particular product because of the inflation of prices. So your value of the money decreases. In future, in another 5 years time, to purchase that product, you should have $10,000. Then guys, what is the today's value of this? Today's value of this $10,000 it is 6,209. Let me do another example. I am telling a person is expecting to get 20,000 US dollars, in another 3 years time. The rate I have given it is 10%. The rate is 10%. This is after 3 years time only you will get this 20,000. I am asking you to find the present value. I am asking you to find the today's value of this 20,000. Then how you can find, everyone? Future value equals present value into 1 plus r to the power n. Future value I have given. In future only you will get this 20,000. Future you will get this 20,000. Present value you don't know. That's what you are going to find. Into 1 plus r. R is how much, guys? I have given it is 10%. 0.1 to the power n. After how many years you will get? After 3 years. Then the present value is how much, guys? 20,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 3. 1.1 to the power 3. How much is that? Then your present value is equal to 20,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 3. You will get an answer of 15,026. 15,026. Then what is the meaning of this 15,026? Everyone is listening out carefully. Having 15,000 today is equal to having 20,000 in another 3 years time. If you purchase a product by giving 15,000 today, future you will not be able to purchase same product by giving 15,000. You should give how much? You should give 20,000 in another 3 years time. That is the meaning of that. Okay. Let me ask a question from you. I am giving you two options. One option is option A. Get 20,000 in another 5 years time. Okay. The rate is 10%. And I am giving you another option. Option B. Get 40,000 in another 10 years time, still the rate is 10%. Out of these two options, okay, you will select which option. One person is telling to you, do here, see, if you want, okay, do here, see, I will give you 20,000 in another 5 years time. Another person is telling, no, I will give you 40,000, but 40,000 I will give in another 10 years time. Out of these two options, which option you will select, guys? Which option you will select? Whether it is option A or option B, how to find it? Listen me out carefully. Now here guys, this 20,000, when you look at these numbers, you might realize, you might think, getting 40,000 is good. Getting 40,000, it's a big amount, it's a big cash. Now you might think like that, but you shouldn't select option B by thinking like that, guys. As management accounting students, you all have to always consider something called time value for money. Yes, true. Here you will get 40,000, but after 10 years time. Here you will get 20,000 after only 5 years time. Let's see in today's value term which one is more valuable. Let's see, guys, how to find that. Future value equals present value into 1 plus r to the power n. 1 plus r to the power n. Let's take first option, guys. Option A, 20,000. 20,000 is equal to present value. You don't know in today's term how much is the worth of that, into 1 plus r, rate is 10%, 0.1 to the power n. N is how much, guys? After 5 years. After 5 years, in here present value is equal to 20,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. 1.1 to the power 5. Then present value is equal to how much, guys? Today's value 20,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. Here you get the answer of 12,418. Then guys, if you select option A, in today's term, the worth of the cash that you are getting, the value of the cash that you are getting, it is 12,418. It is 12,418. This is your present value. If you select option B, in today's value term, how much is the value of this cash flow? Yes, true, you will get 40,000. But in another 10 years time, guys, in today's term, it might not be that much worth. We have to find how much is the value of that. 40,000 equals present value into 1 plus r is 0.1. And after how many years, guys? After 10 years. 10 years. Then here present value is how much? 40,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 10. 1.1 to the power 10. Then how we can, what's the answer is? 40,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 10. How much is that? It is 15,422. 15,422. Then here, how much is that, guys? 15,422. Guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. Now here, if you are getting this 20,000, after 5 years, today's value of that 20,000 is 12,408. If you are getting 40,000 after 10 years, today's value of that 40,000 is 15,422, guys. Then when you compare these two, now you can get an understanding saying that, okay, in today's value term, getting second option is better for me. Why is that? In today's value term, I will get a value of 15,422. But let's change this to, guys, 30,000. Now here, guys, okay, 40,000, you might think answer is B, but here also you are getting B answer. Let's change it to 30,000 and see what's happening. Just because 30,000 is bigger than 20,000, you shouldn't select 30,000. You have to see what's the present value is. Then let's find the present value, guys. Let's find the present value. 30,000 is equal to present value into 1 plus r to the power n. Then 30,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 10. Then present value is equal to how much, guys? Present value is equal to 40,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 10. How much is that? 30,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 10. It's 11,500. 566. 11,566. Now look at this guys. 11,566. Yes, true, you are getting 30,000 US dollars, but it is after 10 years. In today's term, the value of the 10,000 is not 30,000, is not 30,000, it is only 11,000. But the value of the 20,000 in today's term, how much is that? It is 12,418. Now, if this is the case, you will select option A, option B, guys. If this is the case, you will select option A, option B. Tell me. You will select option A. Why is that? In today's value term, the value is higher for which one, guys? The value is higher for A1. That's therefore, guys. Therefore, please make sure as management accountants or financial managers, guys, always consider this time value for money. Do not take decisions based purely on the cash flows. Now here you are going to take a decision. Guys, it's a very interesting subject, guys. Now you are the management accountant, your director is asking from you, we are going to get two cash flows, or we are given with two options. One option is getting 20,000 in another 5 years time, another option is getting 30,000 in another 10 years time. He is asking we should select which option. You can't simply look at this cash flow and you can't tell, dude, here see, 30,000 is greater than 20,000, maybe 30,000 is better. You have to consider the number of years. You have to consider the discounting factor. You have to consider the rates they are given. You have to find the present values. Using the present values only, you will be able to get a proper idea of that. Okay, there are certain questions which is shooted to me, guys. Let me go to it. So, how do companies calculate R? That's the thing I explained, guys. Explain Avishka. When it comes to R, okay, R means normally it's cost of capital. You have to consider lots of things: interest rate, inflation rate, risk of the company. There are lots of things you have to consider when you are calculating this R. Okay, for your level, it is not there. In financial management, in ACCA, in P2, in SIMA, you will learn how to calculate this. For your level, it's not there. When you come to that level, hopefully, we'll learn those things. Okay. And there is another question, sir. Can we compare the proportions to choose which is better? Example, 12,000 to 12,000 to 20,000. Neisha is asking, you are asking Neisha, okay, getting cash flow 20,000. It is you shouldn't do like that. You shouldn't do like that. Simply what you have to take is you have to find the present value. You can't divide and take, and you can't take an index and you can't rank it. When you are ranking this, you have to rank it according to the present values that you are getting. Okay. And somebody is asking if it was 40,000, it is better option better option than 20,000 as yes, exactly. If it is 40,000, Zambra, if it is 40,000, you got somewhere like I can't remember precisely 15,000. If that is the case, going with option B is better. But here, if it is 30,000, your present value is somewhere like 11,000. How much is that? 11,566. If that is the case, you should proceed with the option A. Is that clear, guys? Do you have any doubts with regard to present value? People, can I get a quick reply? So, but isn't the much different? Sir, but isn't the difference much higher? Yeah, no. These numbers are very small. What if I do something like this? Million. This is 20 million, 20,000 million. This is 30,000 million. Now you look at the difference. Yes, difference is very small. Some 900 or 800 of difference, but 800 or 1 difference, 800 million difference. Then you come by looking at these numbers, you can't say, so there is a small difference. So therefore, why should we consider about that? You can't take like that. Is that clear? Who is that? Arjun? People, can I get reply from everyone? Do you have any doubts? No, good. Okay. Write down new topic, guys, discounting, and write down this question. Difference between 15,000 and difference between 15,000 and 40,000. Difference between, you are talking about these cash flows, Arjun. Are you talking about these cash flows? Your question is not clear. Okay, you are telling, okay, what happens if this is 15,000, 15,000, and if it is 40,000, something like that. I am not that much clear with your question. Okay. You are telling here 40,000. 40,000 is the future value, present value is 15,000. Is it? No. Okay, I got it. I got your question. Yes, what you are telling is correct. Now here see, according to now what Arjun is telling, 40,000 value has been depreciated or value has been reduced to 15,000 in option B. That means it has reduced from how much? 25,000. But in option A, the value has reduced from only how much? It has reduced only from 8,000. But still, whatever is done, you are not required to consider from how much it is getting reduced. You are not required to bother about that. What you have to see is in today's value term, how much you are getting. Very simple as it, because I am telling you one option is I am telling you will get 12,000. Another option is you will get 15,000 today. These all are present values. All these are present values. Okay, today's value. According to option A, today you will get 12,000. Let's assume that. According to option B, today you will get 15,000. Then you are not required to bother about these things. But you bother about what is the ultimate amount that you will be getting in today's term. Then what is the better one for you? 15,000 is the better one for you. Is that clear, Arjun? Can I get reply? So we don't consider time. The difference between the present value and future value is it's an 8,000 difference in option A, but higher difference in option B. So sir, we don't consider that time difference as well. Yes, we are not required to consider. We are not required to consider that one. You shouldn't consider that. What is the only thing that you have to consider is, okay, in today's term, how much am I getting? In today's term, the value, one value is giving me 15,000, another value is giving me 12,000. Obviously, but I should select 15,000. Yeah. Okay, guys, write down this question. Write down this question. Mr. A expect to get. Mr. A expect to get. Mr. A expect to get 50,000 US dollars. 50,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. In another 5 years time. In another 5 years time. The rate is 10%. The rate is 10%. The rate is 10%. Calculate the present value. Calculate the present value. Mr. A expect to get 50,000 US dollars in another 10 years time. Sorry, 5 years time. 50,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. Rate is 10%. Calculate the present value of the cash flow. Calculate the present value of the cash flow. Very simple question, guys. Quickly get me the answer. Future value equals present value into 1 plus r to the power n. Future value they have given, Mr. A expect to get 50,000 US dollars in another 5 years time. Present value you don't know. 1 plus r is how much? R 0.1 to the power 5. Then present value is equal to 50,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. Then present value is equal to how much, guys? Let me do the calculation. 50,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 5. You will get an answer of 31,046. 31,046. Very simple question. You will write down next question. Write down next question. Scenario A. Scenario A. Scenario A. Getting 10,000 US dollars. Getting 10,000 US dollars. Getting 10,000 US dollars. In another 2 years time. In another 2 years time. Getting 10,000 US dollars in another 2 years time. Scenario B. Scenario B. Getting 15,000 US dollars. Getting 15,000 US dollars in another 4 years time. In another 4 years time. In another 4 years time. Below that, write down, guys. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Write down the question. Scenario A or B should be selected. Scenario A or B should be selected. Scenario A or B should be selected. Quickly do, guys, and give me the answer. Which scenario is good? Which one is good for you? Future value equals present value into 1 plus r to the power n. One scenario, what they are telling is scenario A, getting 10,000 US dollars in another 2 years time. Present value into 1 plus r to the power n. And in option B or scenario B, what they are telling, getting 15,000 US dollars in another 4 years time. Present value into 1 plus 0.1 to the power 4. To the power 4. Guys, once you are done with the question, please make sure to post your answer. Then here present value is how much? Present value equals 10,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 2. Here present value equals 15,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 4. Here present value is how much, and here present value is how much? 10,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 4. Sorry, to the power 2. Then here you are getting 8264. 8264. Here how much you are getting? 15,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 4. 15,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 4. Here how much you are getting? 10,245. 10,245. Guys, according to these two options, which one is best, guys? B is the best one. B is the best one. You have to select B. The reason is, guys, in percent value terms, in today's value terms, if you select option A, in today's value term, the amount that we will be getting, the value that you are going to get for your company or business or for you, it is 8264. If you select option B, the value that you are going to get is 10,245 in today's value. That means you have to select option B. Option B is the answer. Write down next question, guys. Write down next question. Mr. A, Mr. A, Mr. A, expect to get, Mr. A, expect to get $1 in 1 year's time. In 1 year's time. In 1 year's time. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Calculate the present value. Calculate the present value. Inside the brackets write down guys 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places. And write down next question also. Next one. Next one also write down. Mr. expect to get. Mr. expect to get $1. $1 in another 2 years time. In another 2 years time. Mr. expect to get $1 in another 2 years time. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Calculate the present value. Calculate the present value. Write down next question. Next one, guys. Get the answers for all 3 questions at once. Write down next question. Mr. A expect to get. Mr. A expect to get $1. $1 in another 3 years time. In another 3 years time. Rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Calculate the present value. Calculate the present value. Quickly do those 3 questions, guys, and get the answer for nearest 3 decimal places. Quickly finish it off. Very simple question. Okay. Let's do everyone. First one, what they are telling, guys, $1. $1. Present value you don't know. 1 plus R 0.1 in 1 year's time. You have to find the present value. Present value is equal to 1 divided from 1.1 to the power 1. And second one, what they are telling is $1 you will get. $1 you will get 1 plus R to the power 2 after 2 years. You have to find the present value. Present value is equal to 1 divided from 1.1 to the power 2. And next one, what they are asking is third question. One is the amount that you will be getting in the future. Present value in 1 plus 0.1 to the power 3. Then your present value is equal to how much? 1 divided from 1.1 to the power 3. Can you give me the answers, guys? 0.909, 0.909, 0.826 and 0.751. 0.751. Now listen, guys. Everyone stop writing. Everyone stop writing and listen. People. Now in this question, when you go through the question, guys, you will see a similarity. What is that? Your rate is 10%, 10%, 10%. If you are getting $1 after 1 year, if the rate is 10%. If you are getting $1 after 2 years, if your rate is 10%. If you are getting $1 after 3 years, if your rate is 10%. That means, guys, here all the values that you have obtained, if you are getting $1, if your rate is 10% after year 1, how much is that after year 2? How much is that after year 3? How much is that? Now what you have to do is, guys, take your present value table which I have sent you in the WhatsApp group. I have sent you a present value table in the WhatsApp group, guys. Everyone download it quickly and go to present value table, not for the annuity table. I sent you the formula sheet. Not for the annuity table, take the present value table. Guys, under 10%, in present value table, under 10%, what is the first number that you have? What is the first number that you have, guys? It is how much? 0.909. 0.909. For the second year, what is the number that you have? For the second year, what is the number that you have, guys? It is 0.826. It is 0.826. For the third year, what's the number that you have, guys? For the third year, it is 0.751. 0.751, 0.751. Then guys, what is the thing that I have given you in that table? In that table, what I have given you is guys, it is the today's value of $1. Today's value of $1 at given some inflation rate. Today's value of $1. Today's value of $1 at given some rate at given some rate at given some rate. Today's value of that $1. These numbers guys, these numbers which I have given you in the table, these numbers we call as discounting factors. Discounting factors. What is discounting factor guys? Today's value of $1. Today's value of $1 and given some inflation rate. Then guys, by looking at that table, you tell me, now you are not required to do any calculation. If you are getting $1, in another 10 years time, if your rate is 15%, you tell me what is the present value of that $1. If you are getting $1 in another 10 years time, when your rate is 15%, what is the today's value of that $1 guys? Quickly tell me. You are not required to use this formula now. By looking at the table, you should be able to tell if you are getting $1 in another 10 years time, if your rate is 15%, what is the today's value of that $1 guys? How much is that? 0.247. Correct guys, 0.247. Here see, your rate is 15%. This is the 15% column. This is the 15% column guys. Of that I said you after 10 years means it is our 0.247. Then you tell me guys, if you are getting $1, after 8 years, if your rate is 6%, what is the today's value of that $1? Quickly tell me. If you are getting $1 after 8 years, if your rate is 6%, what is the today's value of that $1? How much is that? Guys, it's not annuity table. You have to use the present value table. Here I have given you present value table. You have to use that. How much is that? 6.247. 6%. This is 6% column. And 8 years. 8 years means it's here. How much is that? 0.627. Yes, the answers that you all are giving is correct. It's 0.627. Then everyone tell me, did you all understand how to use the table? Did you all understand? Yes. Good. Okay. Sir, what time class is over? I will finish the class at 1 or 1:30. And Navishka is asking me a question. Sir, if you want more than $1, you have to get the value multiplying from that table. Navishka, 500% correct. What you said. Naisha is asking, sir, what did you written on the board after given some rate? Today's value of $1 at given some rate. They will give some rate in the question. If they give 6%, you can use 6%. If they give 8%, you can use 8%. Clear, Aisha? Okay. Write down this question, guys. Write down this question, everyone. Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars. 10,000 US dollars in another 4 years time. Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars in another 4 years time. The rate is 10%. The rate is 10%. Calculate present value of the cash flow calculate present value of the cash flow using this formula. Using this formula, calculate present value of the cash flow using this formula. Quickly do, guys. Quickly do, everyone, and tell me the answer for nearest whole number. How much is that? People, Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars in another 4 years time. The rate is 10%. The rate is 10%. 10,000 is equal to present value into 1 plus 0.1 after 4 years. Then present value is equal to how much? 10,000 divided from 1.1 to the power 4. Present value is equal to how much? Guys, you will get 6,830. 6,830. Guys, get it for nearest whole number. Your answer is how much? 6,830. Now guys, we learn how to use that table. We learn how to use that table. People, everyone go through the table. Everyone go through the table and tell me, under 10%, 4 years, what's the discounting factor that I have given to you? Under 10%, 4 years, what's the discounting factor I have given to you? How much is that? 0.683, 0.683, 0.683. Then what is the meaning of this 0.683, guys? In future, if you are getting $1, today's value of that $1 is 0.683. In future, if you are getting $1, today's value of that $1 is 0.683. What I am going to explain for y'all is, guys, to get these present values, you are not required to use this formula. Without using this formula, by using the table, you will be able to get the answer. How is that? Now here we see, guys, what is the meaning of this 0.683 means, if you are getting $1 in future, today's value of that $1 is 0.683. Now likewise, in this question, what they are telling, in future you are getting $10,000. You are getting $10,000. If that is the case, what is your present value? What is your present value? How to find that, guys? Now here, what they have done, they have multiplied this from 10,000. They have multiplied this from 10,000. Then likewise, to get the present values also, you have to multiply this from how much, guys? You have to multiply this from 10,000. 0.683 into 10,000, how much is that? 6,830. $1 is equal to 0.683 means $10,000 are equal to how much? It is 6,830. Then to find the present value, just now we learn another method. How did we find the present value? Present value equals, guys, this 10,000 is the cash flow that you are getting. Cash flow into this number, what we said, guys, this number discounting factor. Cash flow into discounting factor is equal to your present value. Your cash flow is how much, guys, in this question? The cash that you are getting in the future, it is $10,000. $10,000. 10% 4-year discounting factor is 0.683. 0.683. How much is your present value? Present value is how much, guys? 6,830. 6,830, guys. Look at this. You will get the same answer. You will get the same answer, guys. Here also 6,830. Here also 6,830. Then to find the present values of the cash flows, there are two methods, guys. What are the two methods? One is using the formula, also you can get the answer. One is using this one, also you can get the answer. How is that? Cash flow into discounting factor is equal to present value. Actually, guys, I could give this formula for you directly, and I can ask you to use the table and get the answer. But why did I do this calculation for you all, guys? For you all to get an understanding. You can get the same answer Using both the methods, you can get the answer. Using the formula also you can get the answer. Using the discounting factor also you can get the answer. Do you have any doubts? People, any questions? Any questions, guys? People, can I get a reply? Super. Okay, now let me explain, guys, how to use this percent value table in a better way. I am telling you something like this. Mr. A expect to get following cash flows. Mr. A expect to get following cash flows for the next 3 years. And in year 1, after 1 year, he is expecting to get 10,000. After 2 years, he is expecting to get 30,000. After 3 years, he is expecting to get, let's assume, 50,000. Now, these are the cash flows that he is expecting to get for the next 3 years. I am asking you to find the total present value of the cash. I am asking you to find the total present value of the cash flows. If you are using the formula, you have to apply the formula for all 3 cash flows, and you have to get the present value separately for all 3 cash flows. Now, just now we learned a method to find the present values. What's the method, guys? Cash flow into discounting factor will give you the present value. This is the year. Cash flow into discounting factor will give you the present value. Let's assume in this question your rate is 10%. Your rate is 10%. Let's assume, guys. Then you tell me 10% year 1 discounting factor is how much? 10% year 1 discounting factor is how much? By looking at the table. Tell me, guys, quickly. 10% year 1, 0.909, 909. Here 10,000 into 909, how much is that? 9,090, 9,090. Then today's value of the cash flow, or today's value of this 10,000 is how much? 9,090. Likewise, year 2 is how much? Is 0.826, 0.826. Then here how much you are getting? 30,000 into 0.826, it is 24,780. 24,780. Here 50,000 is the cash flow that you are getting after 3 years. To find the present value, you have to multiply from the discounting factor. Discounting factor is how much? 0.751. 0.751. How much is that, guys? 50,000 into 0.751. You are getting 37,550. 37,550. Then in today's term, what is the value of the cash flows that you are going to get? Total value is how much? 90,090 plus 24,780 plus 37,550. You will get 71,420. This is the total present value, guys. Yes, true. You are getting 90,000 by cash. By cash, you will get 90,000. But in today's term, the value or the worth of the cash that you are getting is only 71,420. This is how, guys, you can use the present value table in order to get the answers very quickly. Okay. To get a better understanding of this, guys, can you write down this question? Can you write down this question, guys? Mr. A expect to get following cash flows for the next 3 years. Year 1, 20,000. Year 1, 20,000. Year 2, 30,000. Year 1, 20,000. Year 1, 20,000. Year 2, 30,000. Year 3, 40,000. Year 3, 40,000. The rate is 10%. The rate is 10%. Calculate the total present value. The rate is 10%. Calculate the total present value. Quickly do guys and give me the answer. These are the cash flows. 20,000, 30,000 and 40,000. These are the cash flows. Quickly calculate the present values and give me the total answer guys. Final answer. Shall we do guys? Here I have already given the discounting factors. 20,000 into 909. Here you will get 18,180. Here 30,000 into 0.826. How much we got? 24,720 or something, 780 something. 30,000 into 0.826. 24,780. Third one is 40,000 into 751. 40,000 into 0.751. Here you are getting 30,040. Then what's the total present value? 24,780 plus 30,040 plus 18 minus 80. You will get an answer of 73,000. 73,000. This is your total present value. This is your total present value. Yes. Here you are getting a cash flow of 90,000. Your total cash flow is 90,000, but in today's value term, the value of the cash that you are getting is only 73,000 US dollars. Good guys, the answers that you have given was correct. Your answers are correct guys. Write down next question. Next one. Mr. A expect to get. Mr. A expect to get following cash flows. Following cash flows for the next 3 years. For the next 3 years. Year 1, 10,000. Year 1, 10,000. Year 2, 10,000. Year 2, 10,000. Year 3, 10,000. Year 3, 10,000. Year 1, 10,000. Year 1, 10,000. Year 2, 10,000. Year 3, 10,000. Rate is 5%. Rate is 5%. Calculate the total present value. Rate is 5%. Calculate the total present value. Can I quickly do guys and give me the answer? Is it 27,230? Good. Let's do guys. Year 1, year 2, year 3. Year 1, 10,000. Year 2, 10,000. Year 3, 10,000. And the rate I have given you, it is 5%. 5%. Then let me check the discounting factors, guys. 5%, 0.952 and 0.907, and we will get 0.864. 864. Then here 9,520. Here 9,070. Here 8,640. Total how much you are getting, guys? Total you are getting 27,230. 27,230. Okay. Now everyone listen carefully. Everyone stop writing and listen. There is a difference between previous question and this question, guys. What is the difference? In previous question, the cash flows I gave you different cash. 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Different years, different cash flows. But in this question, all the years you are getting the same cash flow. All the years you are getting the same cash flow. You tell me guys, but I am going to write now whether it is correct or not. To get the final answer, I am going to write something. You tell me whether it is correct or not. 10,000 into 0.952. To get the final answer, okay, plus 10,000 into 0.907 plus 10,000 into 0.864 Is this correct or not? If I do the calculation like this, will I get this answer? Tell me guys. Will I get this answer? Correct. This is correct. Why is that? I have written the same thing. 10,000 into 952. 10,000 into 907. 10,000 into 864. I can write the same thing like this also. What is the difference between previous question and this question? As I said, in this question, guys, you have the cash flows which is same. There is a common cash flow. Then, guys, if you have something like this, mathematically, you are not required to multiply this one 3 times like that you did to get the final answer. What you can do, simply take your common factor out, take your common factor out. Common factor is how much? 10,000 is the common factor. Take your common factor out. Once you take your common factor out, guys, once you take your common factor out, what you have to do, guys, you have to add your remaining factors. You have to add your remaining factors. This is the discounting factor of year 1. This is the discounting factor of year 2. This is the discounting factor of year 3. We add the remaining factors. What is the remaining variable, guys? It is the discounting factor is the remaining variable. You add and tell me what is the addition of these three. Year 1's discounting factor plus year 2's discounting factor plus year 3's discounting factor. How much is that? Yes, Binduli, what you are telling is correct. How much is that? 2.723. 2.723. Then what is this, guys? Everyone, you have to understand this perfectly. Each and every question that I am giving you, there is a reason, guys. There is a structured way that I will be giving you question. Then only you can understand. There is a reason why I gave you this question. What is the meaning of this 2.723? This is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, and year 2 and year 3. This is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2, year 3. Guys, if we are adding the discounting factors like this, the final answer, what we are telling this is, guys, this one we will call it as annuity factor. We will call this one as annuity factor. This one I have already calculated and I have already given to you. It's there in the other table. Take your formula sheet and turn to annuity factor table. Turn to annuity factor table, not the present value table, guys. Turn to annuity factor table. People, you tell me in annuity factor table, under annuity factor table, 5%, 3 years, what's the number? 5%, 3 years, what's the number? Tell me, guys. How much is that? 5%, 3 years, what's the number? 2 point, how much is that, everyone? 2.723. What's the number, guys? It is 2.723. Then what is the meaning of annuity factor? Everyone tell me the meaning of the annuity factor is it is the addition of the discounting factors. Here I got this annuity factor 2.723. I got this annuity factor 5%, 3 years. Here I added 3 years, guys. First 3 years I added first 3 years. What is the meaning of the 2.723? It is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2 and year 3. Okay, let me give some further idea about this annuity factor, guys. Look at the table. 5% or 6%. 6%, under 6% you have something called 3.465. Under 6%, you have something called 3.465. 3.465. What is the meaning of this 3.465 is, guys? What is the meaning of this 3.465 is it is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2, year 3 and year 4. It is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. If you want, guys, you can confirm it. If you want, you can confirm it. Take your discounting factor table. And under 6%, you tell me what's the discounting factor for first year. In your discounting factor table or in your present value table, you tell me what is the discounting factor. 0.943. 0.943. Year 2, what's the discounting factor, guys? 6%. 6%, 0.890. 0.890. Year 3, you have 0.840. 0.840. Year 4, how much you have? Year 4, 0.792. 0.792. And then see, guys, and then see these four, you will get the answer somewhere here. Sometimes you might not get the accurate answer because these numbers are rounded off to 3 decimal places. Here, this number we have taken by using a different formula, but you will get the answer which is near to this particular one. You and then see what's the answer that you are getting at these four. At these four and check, guys. 0.943, 0.943 plus 0.890 plus 0.840 plus 0.792. How much is that? You are getting 3.465. 3.465. Here you are getting the exact answer 3.465, guys. Then did you all understand what is this annuity factor means, guys? The annuity factor means it is the addition of the discounting factors. What is this 3.465? It is the addition of the discounting factor of year 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what, guys? 2.723. It is the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, 2, and 3 under 5%. Then you tell me, guys, by looking at the annuity table, you tell me what is the meaning of 4.580 under 3%? Under 3%, what is the meaning of 4.580? What is the meaning of that? Tell me, guys, using the chat box. 4.580 under 3%. What is the meaning of that? I need the reply in chat box. Addition of the discounting factors up to 5 years. Addition of the discounting factors up to 5 years. That is the answer one student has given. Yes, guys, it is the addition of the first 5 years. If your interest rate, if your rate is 3%, guys, the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. Addition of first 5 years. The addition of the discounting factors of first 5 years, how much is that? 4.580. Is that clear, guys? Can I get a reply? Did you all understand why are we using this annuity factor table? What is the number is they are given in annuity factor table? Can I get a reply? Good, super. Now listen me out carefully, guys. We are not done with the calculation. Look at this. Now in this question, we took our common factor out. We didn't do the multiplication 3 times. We took our common factor out. After that, what we did, we added our remaining factors. If we added our remaining factors, guys, if we add our remaining discounting factors, we will call it as annuity factor. Here you will get an answer of how much? 27,230, which is the same answer that you obtained here. Then, guys, to find this present value, what is the method that we use? 10,000 multiplied from annuity factor. What is this 10,000, guys? 10,000 is your common cash flow. Common cash flow into annuity factor is equal to what? It is equal to your present value. Common cash flow into annuity factor is equal to present value. By using these numbers, we constructed our own formula or another formula to find the present value. To find the present value, we constructed another formula. You tell me, can you use this formula for all the questions? Can you use this formula for all the questions? No, you can't use it. You can't use this formula for all the questions. You can use this formula only if common cash flow into annuity factor is equal to present value. This formula can be used only if, fill in the blanks guys, fill in the blanks, tell me, only if the cash flows are same. Super. Only if your cash flows are same. If your cash flows are same, instead of using discounting factors like this, what you can do, simply you can use the annuity factor. Now here guys, this question only for 3 years. But in your exam, if they ask for 10 years, if they get 10,000, you are going to get for 10 years, then you have to multiply 10 times to get your present value if you are using discounting factor. But you can get the answer quickly using the annuity factor because I have already given you what is the addition of the discounting factors of first 10 years. Is that clear, guys? Can I get reply? Super. Write down expression. Calculate the present value. For the previous question. Calculate the present value. For the previous question using annuity factor. Calculate the present value for the previous question using annuity factor. Write down this formula, guys, and this is the answer. Quickly take this down. Write down this formula. And this is the answer, guys. Okay, now it's time to test your brains. Let's do some questions, guys. Bit complicated questions in this particular concept that we learn now. Write down this question. Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars each year. Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars each year for 3 years. However, he will get his first payment. In year 3. However, he will get his first payment in year 3. The rate is 10%. Calculate the total present value. Okay, guys, if you do this question on your own, you might not get the answer. Therefore, listen for my explanation. After that, you can copy the answer, guys. Everyone listen. Oops, I can't remember the question now. Okay, people, listen carefully. What they are telling us in this question, Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars each year for 3 years. Guys, correct me if I am wrong. Okay, is it 3 years or 4 years? I can't remember. Mr. A expect to get 10,000 US dollars each year for 3 years. Good. For 3 years. What they are doing is, guys, it says there, this person is expecting to get 10,000 for 3 times, for 3 years. For 3 times, he is expecting to get. After that, what they are telling is, however, he is expecting to get his first payment in year 3. That means, guys, that means here cash flow, discounting factor or annuity factor, and you are going to find the present value. What they are telling is, guys, year 1, nothing. Year 1, nothing. Year 2, nothing. You will get nothing. Why is that? He will get his first payment in year 3. Year 3, he will get his first payment. He will get his first payment. How much? $10,000. $10,000. And I said to you, this $10,000, how many times he will get? He will get 3 times. He is expecting to get 10,000 US dollars for 3 years. That means 3 times he is expecting to get this. That means year 4 also he will get 10,000 US dollars. Year 5 also he will get this 10,000 US dollars. Now guys, obviously you know any number multiplied from 0 is going to be 0. It's going to be 0. Therefore, you are not required to bother about this part. First 2 years you are not required to bother. Somehow your present value is going to be 0. No cash. Now here guys, look at this. Your cash flows are same. If your cash flows are same, to get the final answer, we learn the formula. Common cash flow into annuity factor is equal to your present value. Now here in this question, your common cash flow is how much, guys? Common cash flow is 10,000. How much is the annuity factor you have to use? How much is the annuity factor you have to use? There is a question English is asking, sir. We should deduct first 2 years from third year's value. Let me explain. Okay. How we should take the annuity factor for this question, guys? Now, that's why I said you have to understand this perfectly. For this question, you need the addition of year 3. What you need is the addition of the discounting factors of year 3, year 4, and year 5. You need the addition of the discounting factors under 10%. You need the addition of the discounting factors of year 3, year 4, and year 5. But you shouldn't add 0.751, 0.683, 0.621. You shouldn't add these 3 and you shouldn't make that factor. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. In your exam, you shouldn't do that. Okay, guys? Then how to get this one? How to get the addition of the discounting factors of 3, 4, and 5? There is a way. What I am telling you is by solely using annuity table. You can get that. How that is possible? Can anyone tell me? How that is possible? I am telling you can get the addition of 3, 4, 5. You can get the addition of 3, 4, 5 by solely using the annuity table without using the discounting factor table or present value table. These numbers you will get it from present value table. But you can get the annuity factor by solely using the annuity table. How is that? Can anyone tell me? We should deduct first 2 years from 6 years value using 5th year annuity. Yes, guys, I am getting some answers here and there. Let me explain, guys. Everyone take your annuity table. You tell me under 10%. 5 years, what is the annuity factor? Under 10%, 5 years, what is the annuity factor? Under 10%, 3.791. 3.791. Let me write it here. 3.791. Okay. What is the meaning of this 3.791? I said you when you all are listening for my previous explanation, Your focus is very important. What is the meaning of this 3.791 is, guys, if your rate is 10%, the addition of the discounting factors of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4 and year 5. This is the meaning of 3.791. But you need for this question only the addition of 3, 4, 5. If you need the addition of 3, 4, 5, then remove 1 and 2. Not required. Addition of 1 and 2 is not required. Now you tell me what is the addition of 1 and 2? By looking at annuity table, you tell me what is the addition of 1 and 2? 1 and 2 is not required. You need only 3, 4, 5. Then if that is the case, if you need 3, 4, 5, remove 1 and 2. What's the addition of 1 and 2, guys? What is the addition of 1 and 2? How much is that? 1.736. 1.736. 1.736. Now here what you will get, guys? Here you will get some answer. How much is that? How much is that? 3.791 minus 1.736. 1.736. Here you are getting 2.055. 2.055. What is this 2.055, guys? From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You remove 1 and 2. You remove 1 and 2. That means this is what, guys? This is the addition of 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4 plus 5. If you want, you can add and see, guys. You will get an answer. You will get an answer somewhere like this. And then see the discounting factors of 3, 4, 5. That means 0.683, 0.751, 0.751, 0.683, 0.621. And then see these three guys will get an answer somewhere near this. 0.751, 0.683 plus 0.621. How much is that? You are getting 2.055. Still you are getting that one also, you are getting the same answer. How much is that? 2.055. This is how, guys, you have to find the annuity factor for this particular question. That's why I said you guys, you must understand these things logically. For your level, guys, this logical understanding is, to be honest, is not required. If you know how to get the things done, even though if you buy hard the steps, you will get the answers in your final exam. But when you come to other level, guys, you will feel very difficult. You will feel a difficulty because if you didn't know the concept, you might feel next level is very difficult, guys. That's why I am explaining the logic for you. Understand the logic. Meaning of 3.791 is the addition of first 5 years. From that, if you remove, you are not required first 2 years, just do it. Then you will get the addition of remaining 3 years. 3 plus 4 plus 5. Then here 2.055 is the annuity factor. Then what's your percent value? 2.055 is the annuity factor. For this all three cash flows, then what's the percent value, guys? Here you get 20,550. 20,550. Then what is the total percent value, guys? 20,550. Is that clear, people? Yes or no? Can I get reply? Did you understand how to use annuity table to get an answer for something like this? Good. Super. Great. Okay, guys, people who didn't get the answer, quickly take this down. Make sure to write down this working. This working is very important. This working is very important. Write down this very quickly and finish off the question, guys. Sir, I don't understand why you deducted 3, 4, 5. I didn't deduct 3, 4, 5. 3.791 means it is the addition of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for your question, you want only addition of 3, 4, 5. Then if you want only 3, 4, 5, remove 1 and 2. Remove the addition of 1 and 2. Addition of 1 and 2 I have given in the annuity table, it is 1.736. Then if you remove 1 and 2 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then what you will get? You will get the answer for addition of 3, 4, 5. From plus 5, if you remove plus 2, you will get the remaining 3. How much is that? 2.055. Is that clear, Naisha? This is dash, this is dash. Oh, arrow, whatever it is. Let's do another one more question in this area, guys. Another one more question in annuity. Can you write this question? Mr. A expect to get, Mr. A expect to get following cash flows. Mr. A expect to get following cash flows for the next 5 years. For the next 5 years. For the next 5 years. Year 1, 10,000. Year 1, 10,000. Year 1, 10,000. Year 2, 20,000. Year 2, 20,000. Year 3, 30,000. Year 3, 30,000. Year 4, 30,000. Year 4, 30,000. Year 5, 30,000. Year 5, 30,000. Year 3, 30,000. Year 4, 30,000. Year 5, 30,000. Rate is 5%. Rate is 5%. Rate is 5%. Calculate the total present value. Calculate the total present value. Guys, for this question, can you use annuity factor? For this question, can you use annuity factor? Tell me, guys. Is it a yes or no? Yes, correct. You can use annuity factor, guys, but only for year 3, 4, and 5. For the first 2 years, you have to use the discounting factors. Quickly finish off the question, guys. Quickly finish off the question. Okay, let's do the calculation. Here, cash flow, discounting factor or annuity factor, and the present value. Year 1, 2. Year 1 and 2, guys, your cash flows 10,000 and 20,000. Year 3 to 5, or year 3, 4, 5, 30,000, 30,000, and 30,000. This is the common thing. Then you can use your annuity factor. Here you can use your discounting factors. I gave you the rate 5%. Okay. For the first 2 years, guys, you can't use annuity factor. You have to use the discounting factor. For the first year, discounting factor is how much? 0.952. 0.952. For the second year, discounting factor is 0.907. 0.907. For this one, guys, you can get the annuity factor. For this one, you can get the annuity factor. 5%, 5 years. 5%, 5 years. What's the annuity factor, guys? 4.329. 4.329. This is the addition of first 5 years. 1 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus, 4 plus, 5. But out of that, here for your calculation, now you need only 3, 4, and 5 only. Then if you need 3, 4, and 5, remove 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is not required. Remove it. Then what is the addition of 1 and 2, guys? 5%. The addition of 1 and 2, it is 1.859. 1.859. Remove it. Remove the addition of 1 and 2. Then from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you remove 1 and 2, you will end up with 3, 4, and 5. You will end up with 3, 4, and 5. Then how much is the annuity factor that you will get, guys? 4.329 4.329 minus 1.859. It is 2.470. 2.470. Then here annuity factor is 2.470. Then let's take the answers. 9,520. Here how much? 18,000. 18,140. Here 30,000 into 2.470 into 30,000. How much is that? 74,100. 74,100. Then what's the total amount that you are getting? Plus 18,140 plus 9,520. Here you are getting 101,760. 101,760. Then what is the present value? This 101,760. I hope you all are perfectly okay with this annuity, guys. Do you have any doubts? People, can I get a one last reply for this annuity factor part? No doubts, all good. Super. People who didn't get the answer, I will give you another 1 minute, guys. Quickly take this down. After that, after this one, we have to do only another small area. With that, we are done for the day, guys. By 1 o'clock, we will be able to do stuff. And the next area that we are going to do, important, guys. Therefore, do not leave the class. I hope you all are done with this calculation. Okay, guys, the final part for the day, it is something called perpetuity. What is this perpetuity, guys? Listen me out carefully. You are going to invest in a company. In that company, what they are telling is, guys, you will get 5,000 US dollars. He is telling, that company is telling you, dude, you invest in my company, I will give you $5,000 each year. Cash flow that you are going to get $5,000 each year for the foreseeable future. For the foreseeable future, that means until company lasts for how many years the company is lasting, until that you will get this 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 every year. That means year 1, 5,000, year 2, 5,000, year 3, 5,000, year 4, 5,000. For all the years you will get this 5,000. But you don't know what is the ending point is. Now we learn, guys, if your cash flows are same, like this, to find the present value, common cash flow into annuity factor will give you the present value. But in this one, the problem is, you know the common cash flow, which is 5,000 is the common cash flow. But to find the annuity factor, you don't know how many number of years it's going to be. If it is 5 years, you know to take the addition of first 5 years. If it is 20 years, you know to take the addition of first 20 years. If it is 30 years, you know to take the addition of first 30 years. If you don't know when it's going to end, how the hell you are going to find the annuity factor? Without the annuity factor, you can't find the present value. There is a problem. Then if you are going to get some cash flows like this for the foreseeable future, or for the perpetuity, or the infinity, if you don't know the end point, how to find the present values? Very simple, guys. Very simple formula is there. Your present value is equal to your total present value. This total present value, the present value that you are going to get, the present value of all the cash on how you multiply it. So this factor, guys, you get the present value. So the addition of this present value to get the final present value to get this present value. If your cash flows are for the foreseeable future, for the perpetuity, there is very simple formula. The formula is present value is equal to cash flow divided from R. Cash flow divided from R. Let's assume in this question your R is 10%, rate is 10%. Then cash flow is how much, guys? Every year you are getting a cash flow of 5,000 divided from 10%, it is 0.1. Then what is the present value, guys? The present value of the cash flow is 50,000 US dollars. Now here in this question, you will get 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 every year from year 1 to from year 1 to you will get this 5,000 for the foreseeable future, for the perpetuity, for the infinity. You will get this 5,000. You don't know the end point. Then what is the present value of all the 5,000s that you are getting from year 1 for the foreseeable future? The present value is 50,000. This is how, guys, you have to find the present values if your cash flows are for the perpetuity, or infinity, or for the foreseeable future. Very simple, guys. Very simple formula that you have to keep in your mind. What's the formula? Cash flow divided from R. Okay. Question. Cash flow divided by the rate. Yes, what you said was correct, Minguli. Cash flow divided from the rate. Actually, guys, this one we can prove it. In maths, guys, I don't know how many of you all did maths for your A levels. In A level maths, there is something similar to this. Okay, we used to prove, but for your level, guys, that is not there. Therefore, do not worry. If they tell your cash flows are for the foreseeable future, then what you have to do, guys, using this formula, you can get the answer for the present value. Very simple. Cash flow divided from R. This will give you what's the cash flow from year 1 for the foreseeable future. Okay. It's for 10 years. No, we can't think like that, target. We can't think like that. You can't think like this is for 10 years because this is the addition of your present value column. If you take the addition of a cash flow column for 10 years, it is 50,000. I am not taking the addition of the cash flow column. I am taking the addition of the present value column. Clear? Therefore, you can't tell it as 10 years time. Is that clear? Correct? Good. People write down this question. Write down this question, guys. Mr. A expect to get Mr. A expect to get 8,000 US dollars each year. 8,000 US dollars each year. From year 1 to the perpetuity. From year 1 to the perpetuity. From year 1 to the perpetuity. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. Calculate the present value of the cash flows. Calculate the present value of the cash flows. Calculate the present value of the cash flows. Quickly do, guys. Tell me the answer. How much is that? How you can get the answer? Present cash flow divided from R. Cash flow divided from R. Cash flow is how much, guys? 8,000 US dollars. 8,000 US dollars. What they are telling is 8,000 will get from year 1 for the foreseeable future. Every year 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. This is your cash flow. You have to find the present values, but you don't know to get the present values. If you don't know the number of years, you can't use your annual factors, even though your cash flow are set. Then you have to use this perpetuity formula. Then 8,000 divided from 0.8, 0.08, 0.08. Then 8,000 divided from 0.08. Here you will get how much, guys? 100,000 US dollars. You get 100,000 US dollars. What is the present value of all the cash flows that you will get? 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. You will get lots of 8,000. What is the today's value of all the 8,000 that you are going to get? It is 100,000 US dollars. Yes, guys, your answers are correct. What you are posting in the group. Can you write down this question? Can you write down this question? Mr. A expect to get 8,000 US dollars each year. 8,000 US dollars each year for the perpetuity. for the perpetuity. For the perpetuity. He will get his first payment. He will get his first payment today. He will get his first payment today. He will get his first payment today. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. The rate is 8%. Calculate the present value of the cash flow. Calculate the present value of the cash flow. Calculate the present value of the cash flow. Can anyone tell me the answer for this? What's the difference between previous question and this question? I don't know how many of you are listening to me carefully, guys. I said you each and every word that I am telling in the class is very important. I said you guys, using this formula, listen carefully, everyone stop like it. Using this formula, what you can find is the present value. If you are getting some cash flows, year one, here, see how many times I have written this number. I have highlighted it literally. From year one, for the perpetuity, if you are getting some cash flows, to find out the present value, you can use this formula. But in this question, what they are telling is, guys, today also you are getting 8,000. Today also you are getting 8,000. That means, guys, year one also you will get 8,000. Year two 8,000. Year three 8,000. For the foreseeable future, you will get this 8,000. Above that, what they are telling in this question, you will get your first payment today. Today also you will get another 8,000. Then, guys, to find the present value of year 1 to perpetuity, you have a formula. You have a formula to find the present value of year 1 to perpetuity. How did we find, guys? 8,000 divided from 0.08. This one will give you what, guys? Year 1 to perpetuity present value. How much is that? Present value is 100,000 US dollars. This is year 1 to perpetuity. But where is the cash flow that you are getting today? You are getting a cash flow today also. Where is that? That is not included in this. What is the thing included in this? Only from year 1 to perpetuity. The cash flow or the present value of the cash flow that you are getting today, it is not included in this. You think carefully and tell me, guys, what is the present value of the cash flow that you are getting today? What is the present value of this 8,000? Now, one person is giving you 8,000 today. Likewise, for the foreseeable future, from year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, you will be getting this 8,000. To find the present value of year 1 to perpetuity, from year 1 to perpetuity, you can use this formula. Where is the cash flow that we are getting today? Today's cash flow. Today, guys, today is normally we will call it as year 0. Year 0 we will call it as normally we will call it as year 0. Where is the present value of the cash flow that we are getting today? It's not included in this. In this one, which is in this one, what we have included from year 1 to perpetuity. Today's cash flow is not there. You tell me, what's the today's value of this 8,000? Can anyone tell me? What's the today's value of this 8,000? Super, guys, the answers that you are giving is correct. The today's value of this 8,000 is 8,000 because, guys, you are getting today. If you get 8,000 today, what's the value of 8,000 today, guys? It's 8,000. It's 8,000. It doesn't change. Now, here, guys, for all of the question, why did we calculate the present value? After sometimes, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, if you are getting some cash flows, today's value is not equal to that. That is something less than that. But if you are getting some amount today, now I am telling you, I will give you 5,000 now. What's the value of the 5,000 now? It is 5,000. It is 5,000. Then to get the final answer, what you have to do is, this is the present value. This is the present value from 1 to perpetuity. You need year 0's present value. Year 0, I said you guys, it is today. Normally for today, guys, we will use year 0. Year 0's present value is how much, guys? It is 8,000. It is 8,000. Then in total, the present value is how much, guys? $108,000 US dollars. $108,000 US dollars. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Yes or no? People, can I get a quick reply? Can I get a quick reply? Superb, superb, guys. People, take this down. This is the answer. This is the answer for this question. I hope you all are done with this. Then guys, before the break today, we finished off the chapter interest. Now we finished the chapter discounting, guys. In discounting, what I said to you guys, as management accountants, it is a must to calculate. So it's better to consider the time value for money for the calculations that you are doing. That means, guys, you have to discount the cash flows. Discounting. When it's come to discounting, guys, I said you have to find something called present values. To find the present values, guys, actually we learn 4 methods. What are the 4 methods? One is using future value equals present value into 1 plus r to the power n. And another method that we learn, guys, cash flow into discounting factor is equal to present value. Discounting factor means what I said you, it's the today's value of $1. And guys, we learn another formula. Common cash flow into annuity factor is equal to present value. This formula can be used only if your cash flows are same. Annuity factor means what, guys? I said it is the addition of discounting factors. And guys, finally we learn another formula to find the present value. What is that? Cash flow divided from R. This one you can use if your cash flows are on a perpetuity. This will give you the answer from year 1 to perpetuity. If your cash flows are for perpetuity, you can use this formula. 4 methods, guys. This one for if you are getting cash flows for perpetuity. If this one you can use if your cash flows are same. This one you can use, guys, if your cash flows are different. This one you can use, guys, to get a fundamental understanding of the present values. This is the summary of the second chapter that we completed today, guys. Can I get a reply, guys, from you all? Do you have any questions with regard to this chapter? No. So what if the perpetuity payment starts after a few years? So what if we get the question saying we'll get 8,000 each year foreseeable future, but we will receive in 3 years time? So in this chapter on our tube, which page, I don't know which page it is. Okay, I don't know which page it is. You just go through the tube, you will get the page number. There is one question, guys. People who ask that question, you can be here. Okay, other people can give the question that they shooted me, guys. They asked me, okay, sir, if you are getting the cash flows from year 3 for the perpetuity, from year 3 to perpetuity, how I can get the answer? How I can get the answer? That's the question the student asked from me. Okay. Let me explain this. If you want, guys, you can leave the class. If you want to listen the answer for this, you can be here and you can get the explanation for this one as well. Let me take the same question, guys. Actually, there are 2 ways that you can get this answer. I am going to explain you only one way, guys, because the other way, if I explain you will not understand now. It's better if you come to the third level, you will learn that second method, guys. I will explain only you the first method. What you are talking is, okay, if I draw the timeline from year 1 to perpetuity, let's assume, guys, I'm going to get 8,000 US dollars cash. But the first payment I will get in year 3. In year 3 only I will get the first payment. Okay. For the first 3 years, or in year 4 I will get the first payment. For the first 3 years I am getting nothing. Okay. Now to get the answer for this, what you should find out is, guys, if I am getting $1 For the perpetuity from year 1 to perpetuity, if I am getting $1, what is the present value of that? If I am getting only $1 from year 1 to perpetuity, what is the present value of that, guys? How to find? Cash flow divided from R will give you the present value. If you are getting $1, your cash flow is only $1. Rate, let's take 10%. Then your present value of that $1 is how much? Is from year 1 to perpetuity. If you are getting $1, the present value of that $1 is how much? Is 10. It is 10. This is for this particular rate. Now, what we are talking about, guys, we are not required to take these 3 years because first 3 years we are getting nothing. We are getting nothing. Then is if you remove the discounting factors of first 3 years, what you will get from next year 4 to perpetuity? What's the answer? You will get the answer from year 4 to perpetuity. Then from this, what you have to do? You have to remove first 3 years. Addition of the first 3 years not required. What you have to assume? $1 that you will be getting in year 1, you will not get. This dollar also, second year's dollar also, you will not get. Third year's dollar also, you will not get. We learned, guys, how to find the present values of $1. I named that one as discounting factors. You are assuming, okay, these present values you are not going to get. Under 10%, you quickly go through your discounting factor. Sorry, guys, your annuity factor table and tell me what's the addition of these three. What is the addition of first 3 years? If you are getting $1, now is the entire calculation I am doing by assuming I will get only $1. My cash flow is $1. Just forget about this 8,000. If you know the answer for $1, you can multiply from 8,000 and you can get the answer. Just forget about that 8,000. Let's do the calculation for $1. Let's find the present value only for $1. After that, we'll multiply from 8,000 and we'll get the answer. We'll do it late. First of all, we'll find the value for $1. Now this $1 you are getting for the perpetuity. First 3 years you are not getting it. First 3 years you are not getting $1. Then what's the present value? What's the present value of the first 3 years $1? How much is that? 2.487. 2.487. Then present value of the $1 from year 1 to perpetuity is 10. Present value of $1 year 1 to perpetuity we calculate as 10. From that 2.487 is the amount that you are not getting. This is the amount that you are not getting. Then remove it. 10 is from 1 to perpetuity, but you need from 4 to perpetuity. Then remove 1 to from 10 we will call this one as perpetuity factor, guys. Perpetuity factor for you all it's not required. Since you asked me this question only, I will explain this. This 10 is what, guys? This 10, it is the present value of the $1 that you are getting for the perpetuity. But from that 3 years not required to it. 2.487. How much is that, guys? 10 minus 2.487. 10 minus 2.487. You are getting 7.513. 7.513. What is the meaning of the 7.513, guys? From year 4 to perpetuity. From year 4 to perpetuity, if you are getting $1, the present value of that $1 is 7.513. If you are getting $1, 7.513 is the present value. If you are getting $1 for the perpetuity. Now, likewise in this question, how many dollars are there? $8,000 are there. This is the value of $1. Then for $8,000, how much is here? What we have done? Multiply from 8,000. Then here also to get the answer, what we have to do? We have to multiply from 8,000. Then 7.513 into 8,000. How much is that? 7.513 into 8,000. You will get 60,104. 60,104. This is the total present value. If you are getting $8,000 from year 4 to perpetuity. Is that clear? People who ask me that question, Fever. Can I get reply in the chat box? Yes, sir. Good. Superb. Clear. Great, guys. Good. Superb. Crystal clear. Then, guys, we are done for the day. We are done for the day. As I said, you guys, we are done with interest chapter. We are done with discounting chapter. We have to do investment appraisal. Once I am done with investment appraisal for SIMA students, guys, I am done. Whatever the 30% that I said you, I am done. Remaining 70% you will learn this software, guys. Then, guys, with that, we'll wrap it up for the day. Let's meet next week, guys. See you. Welcome, guys. Welcome.